Governor.
Ellis, and Polk counties. There are more than 10,000 restoration personnel prepared to respond to these outages as soon as it's safe to do so. In the event that counties need to provide food and water to residents, we have prepared supplies for points of distribution, including forklifts, traffic cones, tents, and other necessary items. The division has staged 24 generator units, 24 water pumps, 5 HVAC units, and 64 pieces of equipment such as forklifts and pallet jacks used at logistical staging areas. There's not been reports of really significant structural damage anywhere in Florida, fortunately, at this point. As of 7:30 this morning, no healthcare facilities have reported power outages. Our Agency for Healthcare Administration is in close coordination with healthcare providers and will assist with the transfer of patients if needed. As the storm passes through Florida, there are some important safety precautions to remember. There are reports of flooded roads and trees down. Don't drive your vehicle into standing water. As little as 12 inches of fast-moving water can carry away a small vehicle. Be aware of fallen or hanging power lines. Don't approach or touch the power line. Report down power lines to your electrical company as soon as you can. If your home is taken in water, don't use wet electrical devices. And if you've lost power, do not use generators inside your home or inside your garage, and do not put it immediately by a window with the window being open. Carbon monoxide poisoning can be life-threatening, and there have been more deaths from carbon monoxide poisoning over the last 4 years than there have been for direct impacts in storms in Florida, and we've had some significant storms hit our state. So listen to local officials in your county health department on the safety of water supply. In the event of power outages, bottled or boiled water can be used for drinking, cooking, and personal hygiene. We're monitoring the storm as it makes landfall. We'll provide additional updates. I ask Floridians to simply be safe and use common sense. All things considered, where we looked at 72 hours ago, I think the impacts have been less than what we thought would be reasonable. So we're fortunate. We saw a little bit of a wobble to the west when it was approaching Tampa Bay, which potentially minimized impacts there. It is going to go into our Big Bend area. Not a lot of population there, but I think we're going to be monitoring over the next few days how that affects the river levels and some of the potential for flooding. Northern Florida has been very saturated over the last couple weeks, so this is going to dump a lot of rain on there and is going to exacerbate any of those issues. I'm going to let Kevin Guthrie come up and provide additional update.
Thank you, Governor. Again, thank you, Governor. Thank you for your leadership, as always. Thank you for stressing the importance of storm safety, especially as we begin to see some of those power outages coming in. As you begin to see damage from Tropical Storm Elsa, I want to emphasize the importance of documenting that damage in your communities. The division works very closely with FEMA. In fact, FEMA is here in our building on post-landfall operations to conduct damage assessments and ensure that all damage is properly submitted and documented. The best way to capture this damage is via photographs. This includes taking pictures of debris, high water lines, and property damage. You can assist in this effort by taking photos of the storm damage now. This will also help you ensure that any insurance claims you may need to submit once the storm passes will be obviously valid and help speed up that process. Accurate and comprehensive documentation of damage can help the state secure federal recovery funding. So as you begin to do your own damage assessments, please take pictures of your homes, the surrounding areas, and other areas in your communities. If you choose to upload photos of the damage through social media, please remember to tag the division so we can add it to our damage documentation as well. The division is at FLCERT. That's at FLCERT on Facebook and Twitter. We'll use these damage photos, as I've already said, to work with FEMA. Please stay safe, and please follow all safety advice given by the governor, the division, and your local emergency managers. The division will continue to work closely with our federal partners, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.
And 2 weeks out, nothing, right? Do we see anything? Okay, so we don't see any tropical activity right now in kind of the 2-week horizon. But I would just caution people. This part of the year is really not the major leagues for tropical cyclone activity. I mean, as we get into the middle of August, September, early October, the vast majority of significant activity occurs during those time periods. Obviously, you can get it June, July, you can get it even in November. But this was something I think that we've been able to handle fine. But there is going to be more activity. I mean, we don't have anything on the horizon, but people just need to be prepared. And as these storms come, we're going to have to deal with them. So we'll have any additional updates, but I think you're going to see it go through the Big Bend and end up in Georgia today. And we'll look to see what type of damage is, and we'll be there to respond with any assistance that we can provide. That I could take a couple questions.
Well, Governor, I know it's been a relatively mild storm, but have any injuries or fatalities been reported? And also, what's the status of the National Guard? Were there any additional
I don't think
troops?
we have any reported, correct?
There's no fatalities, and we've got about 50.
Yeah, so we have had no reports of fatalities. And then we've had 50 National Guard for probably the last 72 hours. But I would caution folks on the fatalities that we typically have seen fatalities after the storm passes. And so if you have, and there have been reports of debris falling on people's homes, you're probably going to see that. Just be very careful as you're clearing the debris. We have people that fall off the roofs when they're trying to work on this and pass away that way. Obviously, I've been stressing the use of the generators, making sure that you're using those appropriately. And we obviously have a very dynamic state. There's been a lot of people that have moved in here since we've had Irma. And I just hope that if this is your first rodeo, just please heed the warnings about handling power outages and handling some of the issues with your yard or with your debris, because that's the last thing we want to see is any type of injuries or fatalities for that.
Can I ask you about Surfside? As you've worked through that tragedy, two questions. There's a lot of people who reside in high-rise.
All right, so you just heard from Governor Ron DeSantis and the State Emergency Operations Management talking about what we are seeing here in our state. And I think the important things to point out right now are that there are no reports of significant damage at this point. No deaths have been reported in the state of Florida at this point, but they are seeing reports of downed trees, downed power lines, debris in the roadway, and of course, a lot of flooding. So if you are getting ready to head out the door, the governor is asking you to please be careful, be cautious, avoid areas with a lot of flooding with those downed trees and power lines so that we don't see any dangerous situations arise from all of that.